Paging Dr. Lund to the nurse's station.
Nurse, you wouldn't mind sending me those labs, would you? Yeah, those ones. Just send it straight to my tablet. Thank you. Gosh, I haven't seen blood like this in a long time. You are a remarkably special case. I almost don't want to wake you up. This is going to be quite a shock to your system, but you'll get through it, okay? We'll help you. Oh gosh. Hey, look at me. Okay, yeah, you're waking up. You're waking up. Hey, look at me. Calm down. No, broke the restraint. Hey, look at me. Look at me. You're safe. You're safe. Okay? You're safe. I know I'm a little concerning to look at, but just, you're safe, okay? I know you're chained to a bed right now in a weird-looking hospital, and there's a half-man, half-dragon staring directly into your eyes, but you're safe, okay? I know that's hard to believe, but you are safe. Just calm down for me. Take a deep breath and breathe. Good. I'm here to help you, okay? I'm a doctor. I know I look like a monster, but I am a doctor. Gosh, this is your first time, isn't it? You had no idea we existed. Just relax. I'm going to undo the restraints now, okay? And when I do, I need you to chill, alright? Just relax. That's one. That's two. Wow, you actually broke the other two restraints. That is very impressive. Damn. I'm sorry. We had to put them on your paws, and it was quite a battle, actually. How are you feeling? Are you okay? Confusion, disorientation, grogginess, a general sense of malice. Those are all classic post-transformation symptoms. That's okay, alright? You're gonna be fine. Open your eyes for me. Let me just have a look in them. Yeah, your pupils are dilating nicely, and they no longer look like they want to eat me. Okay. I'm gonna sit next to you, if that's okay. Those are all very valid questions, and you're entitled to an explanation and an answer to every single one of them. What do you remember from last night? You went to the theatre, and then you blacked out? You couldn't have asked for a worse place to transform, actually. So, if you want, I can explain to you what happened after the blackout, alright? I can give you a rundown of the whole situation, and when I do, I need you to promise that you'll stay calm, alright? Because it's gonna be a lot to digest and an awful lot to process. You like my horns? Yes, I am a dragon and I am a doctor. Dragons live for a remarkably long time, which means we have a remarkably long time to study. We make the best doctors. I'll get more into that later. For now, let's focus on you, okay? I'm just going to tell you the whole story of what happened last night. And this is going to be difficult to digest, so brace yourself. You and a few friends, I believe, went to watch a play. And ordinarily, when you watch a play, you go there, you watch the play, you enjoy it, and then you come back. However, this play was on particularly late, and it was a full moon. When you blacked out, you begun a transformation. Your skin became harder and furry. Your bones mutated and grew. Your strength became immeasurable. Your fangs became sharp and dangerous. And you transformed into a werewolf. Now, during your first transformation, it's so disorientating that you kinda just run around completely berserk. You fortunately didn't hurt anyone, although you scared a few hundred people. Now, you might be asking yourself, how could you ever go back to where you lived? How could you ever show your face to your friends again? Well, we actually have potions that can wipe the memories of humans. So, you're gonna have to tell a little white lie when you go back home. When people say what happened at the theatre that night, you have to tell them that there was a fire, okay? Because that's how we've engineered their memories. You, my darling, are a werewolf. And I'm so sorry that that's the case, but it's not something to be ashamed of. Yeah, well, I figured as much, and I knew you wouldn't believe me, so I'm gonna show you this. Look at my tablet. Can you see all that destruction? That's the CCTV footage from last night. And that giant dog there smashing up the theatre is you. I am so sorry. Hey, look at me. Calm down. You're panicking again. I told you there's nothing to panic about. Everyone there is safe, okay? And they've all had their memories altered, so no one will know, alright? The news, the media, the people, they all just think there was a big fire there. I mean, after you'd done what you did, there was a big fire there, so it's not that far from the truth. You can't help being a werewolf, okay? That's not your fault. It says here in your file that you're an orphan. It looks like you were abandoned at birth. Sweetie, you wasn't abandoned. Your parents were most likely killed. They were most likely killed by werewolf hunters. You see, it's borderline impossible to kill a dragon, so I don't have to worry about such things. That's why life has been relatively easy for me. That's why I had the time to study and to become the doctor I am today, but werewolves, as a magical creature, have it really, really hard. There are such things as monster hunters, but they primarily target werewolves and vampires. They're an ancient religious organisation and they are very cruel. So it's no wonder that you had no idea what you was. So yeah, I'm sorry to say that, but your parents were most likely killed by hunters. Fortunately though, hunters are not that big of a problem anymore. There are still a few, but fortunately we have taken care of an awful lot of them. You won't have to worry about that now, especially not being a registered werewolf either. You'll be okay, I promise, but once again, this is so much to take in, and I'm so sorry. They most likely took a normal life from you, and you deserve better. But I need you to understand that it's not your fault. And life will get better from now on. This condition can be managed though. We have alchemists that can produce potions that can repress the transformations. So, as long as you take one of those during a full moon, it'll be as if you're not even a werewolf. But you don't have to take those though. There are werewolf covens around that take people like you in. Small tribes that live deep within the woods of werewolves that freely live and prosper. Allowed to transform, allowed to find mates. And they're protected by us. We're not just a magical hospital. We are a council of magical beings that protect other magical beings. And we will protect you, as you are a magical being. And I am so sorry that you have to process all of this at the moment. It is very difficult, I know. But you will get through this, I promise you. God, yes, and you are so well within your right to feel that way. It is such a tremendous amount to process, and you're going to have to give yourself time to think on this, okay? To meditate and to just let it all settle in. But whilst all those scary thoughts are going through your head, I need you to know something now, okay? And always keep this in your mind. You're going to be safe. You're going to be okay. You're not in trouble, okay? Everything will be fine. I promise you. Everything will be fine. So, do you have any questions? Oh God, physically you're fine. Better than fine, actually. Physically, you are now stronger, you are borderline invulnerable to gunfire, and you are very, very powerful. You see, the hunters that would normally come for vampires and werewolves are specially trained to kill your kind. But other humans, they wouldn't be able to make a dent in your armour. I know you can't see it, and I know you don't feel any different, but believe me, your cells are now the cells of a werewolf, and you are not invulnerable. But yeah, if there's anything else you want to ask me, feel free. How did we find you? You might not believe this, but sometimes the police aren't as crap as they may seem. They have a special unit that they call in when there's a magical beast, or some kind of magical incident that they're not equipped to deal with. And that's where we come in. The council sent their armed guards to come and pick you up. They sedated you and they brought you back to the hospital for me to treat. I didn't really have to do much, I just needed to keep you calm, keep you relaxed, and most importantly, I had to ease you through your first transformation. And you did really well. I'd just like to put that out there, you transformed really, really successfully. Normally when people come out of the transformation, they're at least covered in a few scars, but you're doing really, really well. I must say your blood was quite interesting, to say the least. Well, when I say interesting, what I'm referring to is the amount of alpha sites you have in your blood. Alpha sites are basically a determinant factor in how strong of a werewolf you'll be. People tend to have, well, normal werewolves tend to have around 50 to 60% in their blood. But you had 98%, which means your heritage must be quite fascinating, actually. Typically, only werewolf royalty has so many alpha sites in their blood. It's, interesting. Maybe at some point we could look into your heritage and see where you really come from. Because you never know. You could be werewolf royalty. You might actually be very special. I mean, you already are special because you're a werewolf. But yeah, that's all I meant. Yes, quite right. Fascinating stuff. Okay, I can't discharge you yet, alright? I need to take a few more tests and I need to make sure you're absolutely mentally equipped to deal with this. When I do discharge you, I'm going to be discharging you to our psych ward. Now, I know that sounds scary, but all it is a therapist who's going to talk you through everything, help manage your feelings and give you some coping mechanisms. And after that, we'll give you a prescription of potions that will help you out. But yeah, you did really well, and there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. You are a werewolf, and that is a beautiful thing, as you will come to learn. Scary, I know, but beautiful. You do have one more question. Of course, anything. What's wrong? What's it like being a dragon? It's, fun, I guess. I'm nearly 650 years old. I know I don't look it, but most dragons, they get to their late 20s and they stay there. In terms of physical features, of course. There are grey-haired dragons, but they're usually thousands of years old. My name's Dr. Cyril Lightning Heart, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm half dragon, half human. My mother was human and my father was dragon. Dragons are a remarkably unusual creature because they're so magically equipped that they've never really had to fear anything. They can transform into a human and, well, do really naughty things. That's why I was created. And they can live amongst humans happily for years and years and years. Or they can stay a dragon. Or they can train as whatever they want, or... Yeah, it's kind of lucky to be a dragon, but also it does come with some challenges. We are very, very controversial in the magical beast community because we are so magically equipped. We're naturally feared by everybody, and we aren't what you would consider friendship material by most people's standards, but I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to show people that dragons aren't monsters, that we are good people. And a lot of the time their excuse is, well, you're a half-dragon. But still, we're good people. My parents were good people, at least. I mean, I never met my dad, but I heard he was a good person. He was part of the electricity dragons. They have electric breath. I can give you a demonstration if you like, but it won't be from my mouth, it'll be from my hands. Check this out. See? I have to be careful though, because sometimes I can wipe the machinery. It acts like an EMP. But yeah, my ancestry dates back to a bunch of dragons that can control lightning and electricity. We're regarded as the most intelligent of the dragon community, so I've heard. But yeah, that's basically it about me. It's a pleasure to meet you. You think I look really cool? It's the wings, isn't it? Everybody thinks the wings are cool. I can hide them. I can hide my horns and my wings. We have veil magic as dragons, naturally. I can appear as a human. I mean, that's what I had to do when I got my medical license. But, no, I like to show my real self. I like people to know who I am. Authenticity puts people at ease. So, yeah. I'm a dragon, and you're a werewolf. And that's great. You'll come to learn that. It's a really great thing. Well, I'm proud of you. And I know you're currently in shock, and I know this probably feels like a dream that you're waiting to wake up from, but it's not. Okay? So, just remember, believe in yourself, stay true to the fact that you're a werewolf, don't be ashamed of it, and everything will be okay. I'm sure you'll see me again. I'm pretty well known amongst the Magical Council and the Magical Beast community as a whole, so don't be a stranger. I'll go and take my report back to the lab, and you need to get some rest. I'll see you around, werewolf. You're incredible. Don't ever forget that.